What's going on, guys? It's your boy Velan Joe here, and you are now watching Be The Sauce. And on today's show, we got the saucy R.Jathu. What are you telling me?
Listen. I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me here, man.
Oh, it's a pleasure, G.
Thank you.
What's poppin'? How's the journey today? Was it alright?
It was alright, man. It's not too bad. You're in the middle of nowhere, but hey, people don't need to know that.
People don't need to know that. But the sun's out, finally.
The sun's out, man. Yeah, man. No more bipolar weather, man.
Trust me. I don't know what to wear when I come out the house.
Like, do you know what I mean? I go out with a coat and then it's all of a sudden it's sunny and I'm like, fuck's sake. Like, you can't be prepared for this weather.
Like I'm sweating right now. It's mad.
But no, apparently we're going to have a few days of sunshine, so yeah. Get the beers out, get the chicas
out.
Hola,
chicas. Chica calientes. That means hot girls in Spanish.
For those of you that don't know.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know in Spanish. And that's the only thing you need to know. You know the ones there. So let's break it down to the viewers. What do? You do music, innit?
Yeah. So I work as a recruiter.
Okay.
Foremost. And yeah, I do music. So I do a lot of Tamil music, transitioning into the English scene as we speak, and working on an album, all of that lovely stuff.
What? Okay. Let's rewind back. Let's
take it down. Yeah.
How did you get into music?
Ever since I was a kid, man. Really, I've grew up watching Michael Jackson, James Brown, Elvis Presley. Like these videos, but obviously they were not my time. But like these were shown because my family are very into that kind of music and things like that. So as a kid, I used to watch videos of Michael Jackson performing gigs. James Brown even bringing on Michael Jackson and Prince. It was one of those videos where I think they were in the audience and he brought them in. And watching that as a kid, you're like, yo, like this shit is amazing.
And you're watching it, and you still feel that energy while you're watching it. Yeah.
And this stuff has happened way before my time. So, and I'm feeling that vibe. I'm like, yo, this is wavy. And like, I used to dance as a kid. Like, I used to sing like all sorts of sort of random gibberish. But then it grew on me. And eventually, I started like performing at a few sort of parties and things like that.
How old are you when you
start? My first ever performance was a little birthday party, and they were
way.
They're like, oh, you like to sing and dance, like fill it in. So
was it one of them aunties that? Hey.
Yeah. It always begins like that. So that's what it is. And yeah, it was. And that little, as a child, when you get that little, this is that feeling, I don't know how to explain it, is when you perform, it is the best feeling ever, especially when the crowd are
Wasn't you nervous though when you was a kid?
No, the thing is, yes, of course, like, I'm nervous, bro, I'm shitting myself, I'm like, no, I don't want to do this, I'm proper shy, I'm like hiding behind my mum, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. And then the guy's like, come on, don't do this, like, don't embarrass us. I'm like, fine, let's do this, innit? And boom, he plays a Michael Jackson track on. And I start spinning around, dancing around, and all of a sudden everyone's like clapping along. They're like, half of them are drunk, to be fair. But look, it's as a kid, obviously I don't know that, but I'm thinking they're loving it for real. And that's the feeling that I kind of missed. And then we moved to England. I was 8 years old. I moved to England from Norway, so I was originally born in Norway.
Okay.
Yeah, so I came here when I was 8 years old. Adapting to England was alright because. Load of brown people here, so a lot of Tamils, a lot of everything.
That's true.
London is probably the best city in the world, hands down, for multiculturalism, everything. It's easy for me to adapt and integrate into sort of the London lifestyle. And influences was then like listening to I still remember secondary school, we listened to Skepta and things like that.
But you wasn't listening to that in Norway, wasn't you?
Nah, so we wasn't exposed to that. Obviously, I was young as well. I'm not going to be rocking up to like Skepta and Boy Better No Tunes and things like that. But then, so I went to an all-boys grammar school, so the banter and the testosterone level was like yay high. So that's when I think my creativity sort of lagged a bit. So...
why? Because you started getting into fights and that?
Not even, man. It's like, you know
what it is? Bottling people.
Like you do music, you're not cool. Like all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, you're that guy.
Do you know what I mean?
You're that nerd, isn't it?
Like, what the fuck? Why are you singing for and all that stuff? So, well, I shied away from it for some time. Fast forward a couple of years, went to uni.
So you didn't do no music during that time?
No, from my sixth form to A levels, I did like sing every now and again, but it wasn't like. I wasn't like hardcore into it. I would dance.
Was you getting bullied during that time if you were singing and doing music?
Not even. Like people knew I sang. Like when I used to sing, people knew I just couldn't be bothered to express it. Because who am I gonna impress? Like it's not about impressing.
Chicks, innit? Chica calientes.
Yeah, but I went to an all-boy grammar school. So come on, man. This is like
I'm pretty sure down the road there was like another all girls.
Hey ho. Fast forward that, and we were doing all sorts of other stuff. Like music really didn't. That music wasn't like a major factor, but creating it and and really sort of pursuing that part wasn't really in my mind. I was having fun, man. I was 16 to like.
Yeah, you were living life.
16 to 19 were the days, you know, blazing, doing all sorts of crazy stuff, which I don't advocate, by the way.
Stay in school, kids.
And do drugs. Only experiment with them, though. But the safe ones, the green ones.
The green ones.
The green one's fine. It's safe to take. Look. No, I'm joking. But yeah, you learn a lot of lessons and things like that. I think for me to create music, you need to go through a lot of traumatic experience. Not a traumatic experience, but some sort of experience to put you on that path. And obviously, I've had a happy childhood. Great school life, like it was fucking chilling. The banter in boys' secondary schools, most of you probably thinking it's gay, but I'm telling you, like the banter, I would not take that, never take that back, man.
Yeah?
The banter is unreal, man. We used to laugh at stupid shit, and like thinking back at it, I look at it, I'm like, yo, man, fuck, you know, like I would never take this away. Obviously, when we were in school, we were like, shit, like I really wish I went to a mixed school and things like that, because there's obviously the whole like, you know, being a teenager, trying to pull girls and all of this stuff, and for us it was extra awkward because we've never conversed with a girl, like we've been so comfortable talking with boys and saying all these like cruddy stuff to each other. You introduce a female, so all of a sudden you're like but and yeah.
Do you remember the first girl you tried it on after like after being in grammar school? How was that?
The grammar school experience, well, to be honest, like the grammar school experience is not a bad thing in any way, shape or form. It's the foundation as to what I am today. But moving girls was it was alright, man. I think my first ever girl that I tried to move, I was 15 years old.
Okay.
So this is exclusive stuff right now.
Yeah. Man's dropping the sauce. Yeah.
You get it. But yeah, I was 15 years old. I remember I was like, I was talking to her, and like, I was talking normally. Like it wasn't like all of a sudden like I tried flirting with this girl.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, I'm saying the wrong things. I'm like, I'm busting out cheesy pickup lines that I've like Googled before. Like, yes, I know you, man. I know people do such shit. What to say to girls and that. And back then, I used to look at pickup lines on Google and then on the internet. And I remember one.
Did it work? Did she laugh?
Well, she laughed at it, but it was like laughing at me, not with me, kind of scenario. So I'm like, shit, it's really not working, is it? So we remain good friends till today. But yeah, I look
Shout out to her if you're watching. You know
you know who you are. So looking back at it, was fucking funny, man.
That's
like,
jokes.
It's funny, like the stuff that you used to do as from 15 to 18, and then boom, that's when 18 is when the bubble burst. So around 17, 18.
When you get in uni.
So I went to University of Essex. Started doing economics. Then I had some like really bad issues at home over, and like I really went like my life took a U-turn. Like it was a proper dark place from where I went after 18, like the bubble burst and everything. So uni was going out all right for like first 2 terms. I was going hectic, and then my father fell ill, so it was all a bit in the air for me. And then that's when, you know, this is where the whole music comes in and the whole sort of thing comes in. So 18 years old, fast forward it, I'm in uni, and now I'm dropping out. I'm not like doing any great, like I'm not doing well. I'm commuting from London to Colchester. This is not working out for me. And I'm partying 24/7 as well, because you want to live that life. You don't want to miss out. Then it came to a point where I had to drop out. Like I dropped out of uni second year in, so I transferred from Essex to Greenwich. Yeah. And I realised, look, this is not working. Like I'm not fooling anyone here. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and fail. Like go to uni for the sake of going to uni to meet society's expectations, and fail. Why would I fail? Like,
but then
I might as well withdraw.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Without being kicked out. So
I get that, but coming from a brown background.
Exactly. Like, now I'm not saying don't go uni. I'm saying go uni by all means. Like this is my advice to anyone like who's watching this or here listening to this right now. Any young kid please do go uni, because if you don't, like the struggle is real. Like it's real, because I've been through it personally in terms of like a professional job or things like that. I'm not talking about the creative arts or anything aside that anyone can do that. So coming back to that, I had a lot of sort of people look down on me, all this stuff, like look down on me. Like it was hard, man. I was never at home, because I knew that if I was home, like I couldn't, like, I felt ashamed of myself because we've grown up in this hardwired mentality that, you know, this is the right path to go along. And once you've deviated from it, you're an outcast, you're an outsider. My family looked down on me, man. Fucking hell, those were very painful times. They were like, you're really not doing anything, working in Tesco's, not even that. I used to hop around jobs. I did some bad stuff around that time.
I'm guessing you were depressed during that time.
100%. Depression is an understatement, man. I used to starve and shit. Like, this shit is real.
Oh, what? Your mum would stop giving you food at home?
No, my mum wasn't giving me food at home. There was plenty of food at yard. Like, I just wouldn't go home to eat because I was ashamed to eat at home because I'm not doing anything.
And you didn't want to hear all these voices.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not even like, my mum is a very understanding woman and she's very loving and she's supported me throughout everything I've been through. Like, even every now and again I do get the remark saying, "Go, you can still finish uni, it's not too late," you know what I mean? Like, I still get that, but that being said, like, my mum's not even that, because she knew the situation that I was in and she would never say it, but it's, for me it was like, her not saying anything is one thing, right? She's doing the best she can, but like, for me, like, I felt it. I was like,
yeah.
You know what it is? Like, I cannot sit, like, be at home and like munch this food, and like, it's a very and I'm not saying that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's the way you should be. That's the way I felt at that time.
What was your friend saying at those?
Well, my friends were key, man. Like, I remember, like, I had £10 once for a whole month. Like, I used to survive on £10 for a whole month.
How'd you do that, bro?
In
London?
In London as well.
That's like one meal.
At that time, I was with a girl as well, and it was very difficult, man. Very difficult.
How are you in a relationship with £10 for the whole month? What?
This girl was very, like, I got with her when, so just after uni, like, first time of uni, got with her and stuff like that. Very beautiful girl, very, very understanding. So she knows what I was going through and all of that shit. So she didn't really expect. She's not a very materialistic person. So for me, that was that was like a silver lining, a godsend, and a sort of blessing in disguise. But yeah, man, later, like, that shit does affect you. Like, let me just put that.
Was music an outlet during that time?
It was an outlet, like, always. It always has been. Like, whether or not, like, I post on social media or not, like, I would sing.
Was you singing during that time?
I was singing during that time. I was doing covers ever since then. Like, I would do covers and that, but covers weren't really expressing what I was doing. Covers was just a way to release the tension and what I was feeling at the time. And then I started writing shit, and now this is when, you know, I started writing stuff about, you know, how it is, like, the whole concept that I wanted to bring to the table through the art form was, where do I belong? And that's a key drive for me to do music, is because I'm Tamil, so I've got this whole beautiful culture behind me. I do all this Tamil music. Shout out to him, shout out to Like a Baby, Adalama, and all the wonderful Z-Light crew, and everyone who's helped me do that. This is a beautiful community, and I've connected by it because I'm brown and I'm Tamil, and we connect. Boom. And then I'm Norwegian by birth. I live in England, but I'm not English. I'm not Norwegian. We don't really say, like, we've got a homeland anymore. Like, that's all a bit questionable. And I speak fluent German. I've got a lot of, like, my family is, like, heavily based in Germany.
Bist du?
Yeah, it's all of that, man. It's all of that. Wie alt bist du? But so then I'm like, where do I belong in society? And it's not even that. And that's just based on, like, where I come from and things like that. We break it down to a second level. Is I went to a grammar school. So first of all, like, I'm gonna be a neek out here. Like, you know, I've got a path set out for me. Like, I'm gonna go, like, uni and do this. Went to a grammar school, so lived that life. You know, all this good boy Nalapala, you know, moving, like, doing bits in the Tamil community's eyes, and all of a sudden I'm running lines for a drug dealer, and I'm fucking doing illegal shit, which I don't again advocate, but this is the reality of it. I was doing some dodgy stuff to get some money, because money is fucking important, man. Like, I'm broke. I'm telling you, £10 is not gonna last forever, man. So that shit really put me to a dark place, and when I was doing
was it easy for you to access the dark place? Because obviously when you was going through grammar school, you wasn't exposed to...
No, exactly. Yeah. And for me, I feel like it wasn't really... The initial thought was, it was fear. It was fear. I was like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? But once you're in it, then there's no turning back. And I felt like the whole grammar school education and this whole exposure thing was good for me, because that it allowed me to have that knowledge to to realize, this is not gonna be a lifetime of income, or this is not gonna be the way.
Was you making good money from it?
I was making really good money from it, man, and that's when I was like, I used to buy my girl like bare shit.
So then, how did you come away from that?
Coming away from that is hard because I realized because people around me were noticing it. People around me were like my friends. First and foremost, my friends. They were like, this is sick. Like obviously everyone's gassed. I'm doing well now. I've got some pee in my pocket, and everyone's like, this is good. But this, this is not long term, innit?
So your boys knew what you were doing.
Yeah. Like, this is not long term, and you need to stop. They intervened, and thank God for that. And they intervened. Like, you need to stop, bro. Like, this is not the way. Like, if you get clocked, you're fucked. It's as simple as that. What, man? So you're already in a state where people are looking down on you. You really want that to happen. As in, what you're doing is you're just justifying their points, like family, like the extended family, not the immediate family, but people just looking down on you, and that's a very difficult thing, man. And so what do I even? So the whole music thing is, I went from being this good kid into like education, all this bollocks into, and then moving into like I've chilled with gangs and all these people and all this, seeing the other side of the table, and then there's like. And even today, like even now, like at work, I'm like, you're right, mate. Like I'm proper professional and all that. And later on, I'll probably be juicing in the car park with my boys. Like it's for me, it's like, where do I belong? Because like some people have set certain sort of boxes that they tick. I'm like in the middle, and for me, this is the way that I can experiment with music, bring different genres and all that stuff. So the whole Shakalaka Baby Aglam was a part of my life that I wanted to express in the sense of. This was my uni Tamil clubbing scene life that I want to give out as music. Now we're transitioning into the period of let's talk about some dark real shit. Let's talk about depression, mental health. That's a big thing, man.
That is a big thing.
And especially with men, we don't speak about it.
It's so
I've
true.
never spoken about it. The only person that I've ever spoken about it was at that time probably myself.
I don't know how to talk about it.
How do you like? We were mentally ingrained and brought up to say men don't cry. Men don't cry. Come on, man.
Be a man.
Man up.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
When I was going through shit, like I don't blame my boys for this, and like I don't blame the people around me for it. The constant quote that I was getting for the shit I was going through, Jordan, man up, man. Come on, you got, bro. Man up. Face the consequences. Man up, bro. Fix up. Patting yourself. Come on, bro. Like, you can do this. You can do it. Man up. And yeah, that's a good thing. That's a positive like encouragement. But subconsciously, because they've been hardwired to think that men cannot fall, men cannot break. But you push a guy to such an extent where you
suppress a lot of things in yourself.
You suppress a hell of a lot of things, and you need to let that shit out. Like boys, there's no shame in letting it out. Like,
how do you let it out though?
I let it out via music, man. Via music, spoken word. And that's it, man. I speak about it to like one or two close friends, and that's it, man. You don't have to go out and cry about it, boys. I'm not saying like look like a pussy.
Hey, crying is not being a pussy.
There you go. Sorry, I contradicted myself there. But no, crying is not being a pussy. But you don't have to like feel demotivated. But if you feel like, oh my god, you feel ashamed about talking about your stuff, don't. Like, speak to like one or two of your best mates about it. Speaking it out is like, you talk about it, like it's that saying, what's it? Talk about your problems and you halve it already or some shit like that. I've read
something like that. I don't know.
But no, man, speak it out, let it out. And it's good. Like I never used to come out like this and talk about all of my stuff now, but because I've gone through that journey, I look back at it. I'm free to talk about it. Yes, like there will be times where I've cried in the toilet, locked myself and cried in the toilet, and back in the day I probably wouldn't have told people that, but now it's like fuck it, it's happened. That was my way of venting out because I was depressed. I was looking around me. Everyone around me was winning. Like that gets to you, and we'll come back to that with the whole music industry and things like that, and how that affects a lot of people as well. But no, like everyone was doing well, and then the relationship had its issues.
Because you only had £10 in your bank account, or for other reasons?
No, for other reasons.
Okay, thanks.
Not all of them are gold diggers, boys. Come on. But no, it wasn't even. So yeah, the relationship took a real strain on a lot of things. Partly because of me, like I was being a dick. But,
what was you doing?
I wasn't paying attention.
Is that you being a dick though?
That's the thing though. Is it me being a dick? But I would say that there's been things that I've regret, and I do apologize for it if she or if
now. I ain't even gonna get into that.
It's fine. She's my ex now. So but no. No, so at that time when you're young and you're so naive, you take things for granted. This girl was being very nice to me, and I took it for granted. And yeah, and it got to a point where it was breaking point for her, and she was like, "Look, I can't be doing this anymore. Like this is not never gonna work. Like, you need to change." And that was like raw. Like for me, I was like, "Yo, like I'll change." I kept on saying, I'll change," and never really did implement the change. It was like a rock bottom for me.
Change in what way? As in like
change in
your lifestyle.
A lifestyle, like aspire towards something. Man, I had no ambition. Like my life at that point, I was
just getting a guap.
just getting like. Just trying to live, every day as it came. Like there's no real drive, there's no vision. Like, oh, I want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like now I've got it, but then I really didn't. Man, it was partying. It was like, when's the next event? When's the next clubbing event?
But I think that is uni. That's uni life, though, isn't it?
That is uni life, but that's uni life. If you go to uni, I'm a dropout. Like, hello, like what's going on?
Yeah.
So that was a lot of time. Like I look back at it, I was like, you are such an idiot. I could have used that time, but I feel like I had to go through that as a learn. Like I look back at it, everything's a learning curve. But yeah, you're right. That's uni life. People will go uni. For me, like okay, my girlfriend went uni, my mates went uni, so I was like a tag along. I was like, fuck it. In my mind, subconsciously, I believed I'm still in uni, but I'm not. Reality is that these guys are getting paid to go uni. I'm not getting paid to chill. They're getting paid, like paid in the sense student finance. They're getting to chill and all of this stuff. And I'm not getting paid to do any of this shit. I have to work. And it's jarring when everyone's in uni chilling and you go work. So I worked in numerous of places. Like I worked in BP, B&Q, Tesco's, but I never used
What was the best place you worked at?
The current place that I work in right now.
Obviously, but during that period, what did you have?
I would say the best place that I worked at was B&Q by far.
Why?
No, B&Q and then maybe Tesco's. My boy was working there as well.
Okay.
And it's more fun when you got someone else working with you. And then my last stunt, because I never used to hold a job down as well. That was another thing. Like I would work like 3 months and now call them sickies and all this stuff purely because everyone else was chilling and I felt left out. And because I was working, I was like, no, I want to chill. Boom, boom, boom. And the finances just didn't add up. But yeah, that happened. And then like we fast forward a few years, then I'm like, this is post breakup. This is like after everything. Like people are graduating now. I'm sort of 20 years old, and boom, working in Tesco. And this was Tesco Express, and this was when I was and this was the first job that I'm trying to keep it going. And it hit me that when I was doing one of the cages, stacking Coke bottles, I was in the bottom shelf. I was like, yo, like, what am I doing in my life?
Yeah.
Like everyone's doing something. That people are gonna graduate like soon. Like, everything is gonna that uni bubble is gonna burst now, and everyone's like moved on. Like the girl I used to love has moved on. Like she's fully moved on now. I'm like everything that I was holding on to is moving on, and I'm still here. So I need to do something. I need to fix up. Like what's going on, and that's when the journey. That's when the real journey started. When I was applying to a load of apprenticeships and things like that, and boy, it is work. And I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying. Like people who look at me and say, "Oh, you didn't go uni, but you're doing all right for yourself." It is hard work. You'd rather get a degree and maybe have get a foot into the professional world. A lot of the places rejections, man. I wrote it down. It was 132 interviews I had before I got my first break. 130, because I remember the first 5 interviews, they were like, "Sorry, you have no experience, no degree, no experience. You don't seem like." The CV was like, "You seem jumpy with jobs you can't hold something down." And it was like, wow. So after my 5th interview, I bought a book and I wrote it down. I wrote like every interviews that I've been to, and I'll try and learn like how can I tackle the next question and things like that. That shit didn't work. It does work, but it didn't work for me. 132 down the line. So this was like after.
What kept motivating you to just keep going? Let me try another one.
It gets depressing after a while. You really think you're shit. You really think my life is bound to retail forever and serving customers and things like that. You're like, but nah. What kept motivating me was my mum. She was like, she was very into the idea of because at that time a lot of people believed that I was gonna attend to uni whilst doing Tesco. But boy, like I knew this uni stuff ain't gonna work for me, because if I go back into uni, I'm gonna go down the same spiral and like be chilling. I will probably won't even do the degree. So I'm like, no, I need to start working. I need to like get into something that I can do. a lot of and then it came to a point where I was like, okay, let me look into apprenticeships now, or like a little sort of understudy roles and stuff like that. And I went to an interview, and this was a very important interview in my life. Went in there. It was in a coffee shop, Starbucks. So tell us about yourself, blah blah blah. I told him everything, and then I said, so he was like, look, it says you're a bright lad, you've got good A levels. Why'd you stop uni? And at this point, like it took me 132 interviews, ladies and gentlemen, 132, to just simply tell him the truth. Just told him, I said, look, I was being silly, I was fucking about, it just wasn't for me. And he said, you start on Monday.
Mad.
And that was it, and that was the turning point. That was literally so this is.
Wait, you genuinely said, "Nah, I was just fucking about."
Yeah, because at a point, like you say, like what keeps motivating you? I'm like, there's gonna be another rejection. I might as well just tell him. And something clicked, and he was like, "You start Monday," and I was chuffed, and I was like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, because in this business, I would love for people to take responsibilities for their failures and act on it, and you're acting on it." And I was like, "Okay, that." Whatever you tell me right now, I'm saying yes because I need this. So I worked. Now this was an apprenticeship scheme for 12 months, and it was paying only like 7 bills a month, which wasn't really enough for me because I had to pay bills at home and I like drinking and whatnot, the excessive London lifestyle. It wasn't cutting it. But so what I did was I used to stay late, man. I used to stay late. I used to stay till like 7, 8, just try and learn the business as I could. So this is recruitment. And I used to ask him a lot of stuff, like basics. Like, it was like I was back in school, but I was like asking him a lot of stuff. And I finished the course, so to say, in 6 months. And I did a placement with one of the top tier investment banks. I can't go into which one. With one of the top tier investment banks, and the guy from that placement, he came up to me and he said, they call me Jay, by the way, so white people can't pronounce Jathu or Jathurin, so they say Jay. So he goes, Jay, look, you've got talent, you're better off working for a consultancy with one of my mates' company. And I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. And funny story is that that's when like I felt value to my life. All of a sudden, like people are wanting me. I'm like, shit, yo, like, what's going on? And yeah, they called me in for an interview there, and I took the role there. But my old boss, they paid my old boss off as well because I had a little bit sort of time left on my contract, so they paid him about 4 or 5 grand, what it was. And that for me, like I compare it to like a minor football signing. I was like, change, like, you know, them man are buying me out there. Yeah. I'm gassed, and ever since then, I think that I had Shakalaka Baby written when I was doing the apprenticeship initially. Okay. Because that's when you're in your flow, when you're in your zone, when you know there's something right. I met Babinton, who's a very good friend of Hems, and this is where the whole sort of journey clicks. Babinton, and he's seen my Facebook covers and things like that, so he reached out to me on Facebook. He said, "You've got talent. I can see that." He's like, "You're not there yet. You're like a rough version. Do you? I heard you want to do music," and I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, I want to do music." And he was like, so we tried doing it at his place, and he was like, listen, I'm not no producer, but you know, I can try and sort you out. First I did a little cover of Shape of You, did a little mashup thing. Like, it sounds good, but I was like, I don't know, man, I want to do my own songs. And he was like, I know this guy. You know, the sort of Beethoven of East Ham.
Oh shit.
And I was like, who's it? Who this kid? Who did Hems? He showed me some of the songs. I was like, yo, no, if we get this guy out, I'm gassed. And we went, and Hems like,
They shout at Hems.
Shout out Hems. So this is my first time. I'm going with Bobbington into Hems' place, and Hems is like just chilled out guy. I'm in my head, I'm expecting. You know how these Tamils like big themselves up and like some sort of. He's just so calm. He's like, he's literally sat there and he goes, okay, tell me what's the project, like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, oh shit, like, this is where I need to, like, tell me what I want. All this time, I'm like, whoa, is this happening? Yeah. Like, oh shit. And I was like, look, I wanna come in with a clubby, dancey track. I don't want to come in all depressed because I want to come out of that. And Shakalaka Baby, I wrote that in the shower. And it's crazy.
A lot of ideas come from the shower.
A lot of things. And it's crazy, like, to look back now, and when I was singing Shakalaka Baby in the shower, now there's like people singing it to me. They're like, and they know the lyrics better. Sometimes I forget the lyrics. But they sing it to me. I'm like, oh shit, wow.
That's a gassy feeling.
I think that's the best feeling. Aside from all the admiration and the people liking you, the popularity and whatnot, the best feeling a musician can get or creator is when other people recite your own work to you. You're like, yo, like, what the fuck am I? It's a wavy feeling. And that's it. So when I was doing this music thing and when I was spending money on it and things like that, people at that time, obviously I was making a lot. People like why are you spending money on this like music? Like, what's going on, bro?
You was making a lot of money from the new job you had.
Yeah. So that's like, that was post Shakalaka, like that was interim. So that's when I released it, and boom, like I'm in this new place now, and everything's going good. But like just the beginning of it was so hard, man. There was like Shakalaka was done time ago. Like just trying to find a videographer for it was wavy. Like I didn't know who to talk to.
Wasn't you on Instagram?
No, as in back then I didn't really think like that. I was like,
so how did you?
So eventually it was through a fashion show that I did, TTW, through a good friend. She was a choreo, Anisha was a choreo. Her friend Julian, you know.
Oh yeah. No box.
No box. Yeah, exactly. So shout out Julian. No
shout
out. His brother Z-Lite. Do video. He does like this production and stuff for like as a business and stuff. And she was like, yeah, his brother does it. So I was like, really? Okay. I was like, you know what? I've had this song for so long. Fuck it. I'm not gonna. So I called him Julian up. I'm like, yo, Julian, this is it. I'll send you the track. Julian goes, yo, this track is sick. Like my brother wants to do it. I was like, are you sure? Like, because I'm still doubting the track. I'm still thinking, yo, this is, because my confidence is low because my first ever track. I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, no, trust me. And I was like, okay. Spoke to his brother, and this is the first time I understood like how music videos work. Like you need a director, you need a concept, and all this shit. Like I thought it was just one of them things where you go to the park.
Oh, okay.
Do them old school videos. You know what I'm talking about? No, this guy sat down. He's like, "This is a concept. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Are you okay? Well, let's fix a location." And I'm like, "Yo, there's some serious planning going on." I'm like, Jesus. Like, you know, from what I was to like now sitting down with a guy actually discussing a music video, big win. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. We do it. And I released it, and that's when it was. I released it, and I didn't look at the views for a good week, because I was busy with work and stuff like that.
You're a liar.
I'm not even lying to you, not even checking it. But I say this, my friends keep on WhatsApping me the views. They're like, it's on 7, it's on 9, it's on 10. I'm like, okay. For me,
you're not even checking the comments.
No, because I'm scared. Like, what if people say, like, come on, man. Like, as much as I am as a confident individual and whatnot, yeah. Like, it's a scary thing, man, this whole, because I know how vicious these people are online. And like, what the fuck is this shit? I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
So, all of a sudden, like, there's good comments coming up on it, like, it's good, all of this stuff. Vitigen was also, like, helping promoting it in that. So, you know, he was, I think he was like a sort of an influence in getting it out to a sort of younger Tamil audience.
Sick.
So, it kicked off. All of a sudden, I'm getting, uni Tamil socks are, like asking me to do events and shit now.
Oh, damn.
Like, oh shit, like, I didn't know that this is, and I'm getting Snapchats from random people like snapping their like little like nephews and nieces dancing to Shakalaka Baby and this cute
sick.
Like, and I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, shit, this is the power of music.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, like I want to do this, man. This feeling is crazy. And I was like, yeah, let me do this then, and that's why I was like, okay, I didn't initially want to do Shakalaka Baby for the reasons I've said, because I want to explore that darker side, that more sort of vulgar side of music. And now I've done this family-friendly Shakalaka Baby track. But people, like, I might as well do another one. And I did Adalama again with Hems again. And I was like, listen, let's do this, because let's not break away from it. And let's do that. And he was cool with it. He was like, yeah, let's do it. Boom, we've done it, released it now. It's doing all right. So now I was like, look, I've given them this genre. I think people have understood that I can do this genre. It's time now to leave that and onto the next. And this is where the journey begins into the transition period. And I think this is where I want to grow as an artist as well. And it's hard, man. The Tamil scene is a hard scene to sort of make a name for yourself, because there's a lot of good talent that's not being recognized. Because they don't have the right platforms. They don't know who to go to as producers. They don't know who to go to as videographers. They don't have people guiding them. Because it's a dog-eat-dog world, let's be real.
It's true.
It's a dog-eat-dog world.
I don't think that's just even in the Tamil
Yeah, no, that's everywhere.
Yeah,
it is. It's a dog-eat-dog world. So
There's more batteries on the table.
But yeah, it's a dog eat dog world, man. So it's like you need to build relationships. That's one thing that I'll tell people: build relationships. Get yourself a good team. They don't have to be the best.
Who do I need in my team if I'm up and coming? What kind of people do I need?
You need like-minded individuals. That's what it is. It's this whole like law of attraction and all of that stuff. Yeah, you need like-minded individuals. Like for me, at that time, I was blessed to have people like Julian, Anisha, Vitujan, and all these people around me because they were like-minded individuals that they said, "Look, you can do this. Pursue it." I've already done the track, right? And I was gonna let it just sit there and gather dust. That's what I was gonna do with it. Maybe play it to a couple of people, show off. Oh, look, I did a track. Oh, listen. Boom, I was gonna leave it. They're like, "No, release it. Come on, do it." Pushed me, and all of a sudden, bam, like I'm here. And then once you like after Shakalaka, I met Hems. He's a like-minded individual. He wants to create. The guy's amazing. Met loads of new people, man. Loads of new producers, and all of a sudden, once you make that one connect, all of a sudden the other connects are becoming easier and easier because I'm seeing more like-minded individuals, and I'm like, oh shit, like everyone wants to like do some productive shit. Like I met you through Hems, and I was like, yo shit, this is another connect. Like wow, like this guy's on his create stuff, like this beat, all this stuff, like it's positive things, and that's what it is. Is you just gotta keep like, it may not happen straight away, but when it does, boy oh boy, you're on a fast track. That's it. Then you just get like you meet a lot more people. And then like-minded, and social media is a big factor. Like it connects with like-minded individuals, like it's nothing. So, boom, and all of a sudden you're there.
So this whole transition period, what are you transitioning into?
Okay, so this whole transition period. So this is the exclusive stuff, right? So
you heard it here first. Well, you're gonna hear it first.
You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it here first. This is it. So I'm working on Palm Trees on the Snow, right? Reason for the title. That's the album, Palm Trees in the Snow. The title meaning is, so before anyone goes on and goes, what is this fucking weird track? I'll explain. Palm tree because of my ethnicity, blah, 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 because I'm Sri Lankan originally. From Ulan originally. But I was born in Norway, so the snow. So palm trees in the snow. So, I'm not really from there. I'm not really from here. It's a mix. It's a fucking confused thing. And this is where I explore 8 songs, doing it with Vajan. He's another upcoming producer. He's fucking amazing. Doing, I think, a couple I might do with Hems in the future, but not album related. But this album.
What kind of sound is this?
So this is what I'm saying, man. This is my real time to experiment because I think experimenting early is good because I don't want to be labeled into this is the Shakalaka Baby guy. He's gonna do dance tracks for the rest of his life. Like it's easy to do that. So this is the earlier I transition, the easier it is for me to experiment. So I'll give you the sound. So it's going to be 4 English songs and 4 Tamil songs. So I'm not letting go of the Tamil scene completely. You're going to have some jazz in it.
Okay.
Jazz, yes. So a lot of people don't know I enjoy jazz music a lot. Heavily influenced by jazz and reggae, but jazz music, definite. You're going to have some R&B, chill pop, another probably sort of dance track, an emotional sort of track where I'm exploring my life. I think that's the story about my life. And then the 4 Tamil songs, there's one Ghana song, which is a proper dancey track.
Okay.
Proper like, all tongues out and everything, all that. And there's one where I'm apologizing to my previous lover for how things turned out to be. And not in a sort of soup boy Tamil song breakup kind of feel, but more of a yo, thank you for this lesson. Like I'm happy. Like this, I'm in a good place. I hope you are too, sort of thing. That's a different take because you don't have a lot of that in the scene. So it's a different take. It's like I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good too. Like Spud. Like it's like a good, like a feel good track. And we might end it with some. I'm gonna end it with thanking my mother, so that the outro would be a mum track, and that's it. And that's the album done, and then we're gonna do music forever until I die. So there you go.
That's mad. But like, how? So then, what made you decide you're gonna stop making? Well, you're gonna cut down making Tamil songs and go more into the English side.
The only reason is...
Or are you experimenting still?
I'm experimenting, but the only reason that I'm transitioning into exploring this whole English thing is because I feel like there's more universal audience. Tamil songs only Tamil people can appreciate. And those who understand Tamil, like, come on, like, I mean, at work, people still bang out Shakalaka Baby, but they're like, they like the song, it's catchy, they don't understand what it means. Like, if they did, then, I'll feel even more happy. And I feel like I want my story to, like, I want my art to affect everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
And I think English is a universal language, albeit Tamil is amazing, but English is a universal language, and you can have impact on different cultures. And I've had a lot of people, like I've had interactions with a lot of like other cultures, like with the Pakistani community, with the Bengali community, the blacks, the whites, like everyone. They're a part of my life. So just Tamil music is not. I don't think it's a justifiable sort of action to do, because these people are still part of my life. And I'm only representing one portion of my life. As an artist, you got to represent who you are. And you know, I want to do some cheesy English tracks. I want to do some proper hood tracks. I want to do some Bengali tracks. I am down to experiment. I think that's when you'll grow, man. Because I'm in a comfort zone with Shaka Laka Baby and Adalama right now. It's a comfort zone for me because I know I can do this, and I can make catchy like hooks here and there, and people will dance to it. Like a lot of these Tamils are very responsive. I think more than they are before due to social media and all this.
Okay, so that's dope. So you want to come out your comfort zone, and by that you're just going to experiment with different genres and different
it's
types
nothing
of
to
sounds.
do with the audience or the people listening. It's purely
you're trying to find yourself, who you are.
Yeah, exactly. And that is literally the question of the album, is to explore who am I? Where do I belong? Where do I belong, man? Do I belong with the gangsters? Do I belong with the geeks? Do I belong with with the working class people, or do I belong with the people? Do I belong with the entrepreneurs? But it's crazy because like I feel like I have a bit of everything. Like I can go to an entrepreneur and I can talk to him about his idea and love it. I can go to a working class man and talk to him about his career path and his plan and what to do. I can go to a guy in uni who's chilling. I can be another uni kid.
It's all different pieces to the puzzle,
exactly. And I think that's just not the case with me. I think that's like that for a lot of people, but a lot of people like to put themselves in a box just so that they fit in, and I think it's human nature.
That's easy though.
It's easy, and it's human nature because we want to be accepted. We want to tick the right boxes. Man.
So what's coming out next? What can people see from you?
Alright, so I've got something up the pipeline. So actually, IFT from IFT and Jerome. So I linked up with them. So this is again after Shaka Laka Baby. All of a sudden, connecting with like-minded individuals. They're like, let's do a track. I'm gonna do it. I want to do a track. Come, let's do it. And we all sat down and did it. It's a very slow track called Hard to Beat It.
You have to say it like that. Hard to beat it.
Hard to beat it. The beat is hard. But no, it's a very slow track, very chilled. Just explore it. It's literally a chilled out song. You can listen to it in the car whilst you're driving, get excited, chill, listen to it with your girl, whatever, man. Like it's a chilled song.
When's it coming out?
Very soon. We're gonna have to talk about that. We might have some interesting video ideas. So.
Oh yeah.
So we never know, man. This is the transition phase. I'm exploring with different people because I've done like Hems. I've done the Z-Light video side. I've done that twice now, so it's time to maybe try it out with different people, explore, maybe do a couple more with the same people, and then explore.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
And just I want to work with everyone. Like that's something that I'm not like very keen on being like, oh no, this is my team, or like I want to stay here. Like, no, I'm down to work with anyone, up and coming, or if you're up there, wherever you are. If the shit bangs, I'm down. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna fucking feature on the track saying like fucking Humpty Dumpty sat and all that stuff. No, I mean like if you sound wavy, if you know what you're on, boom, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, like.
No,
if
that's
it's wavy
dope.
that we want to be a part of it.
That's dope.
It is, man. It is.
Where can people find you if they want to collab and hit you up?
DM, bro. It's the
Instagram.
DM. But okay, every now and again the DMs are
below.
like, you get me. Like, DM me. I'm down. Let's collab.
Yeah.
If it's wavy. If I don't get back to you, by the way, let me just put that out there. Disclaimer: if I don't get back to you, it's not because I don't rate you or anything like that. It's just simply because I don't have time, or maybe I don't rate your music. Straight. It can be both.
Straight.
So it's not. It's you can be the judge of that. So, but yeah. So no, the people who I'm collabing with right now, there's some young upcoming people. Stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Follow the socials and find out. And yeah, man.
That's dope.
That's it.
You guys have been watching Be The Source. The source of the show for today was Jathu. Hope you guys enjoyed this interview. It's been a pleasure as always. Now we got to talk about we got to get onto the real business. Talk about music videos and that. No, we're done. We're done.
We're done.
We're good.
Peace.
Peace.